back to For Real. It's Wednesday, and that means it's time for the News Moto, where you get to watch footage of a ride in Cambodia, and I update you on the news of the week. We're going to alternate between Jeremy's rides and guest rides from other channels when we have them, and this week we welcome Itchy Feet on the Cheap back to the News Moto. I'm pretty sure Ryan and Sarah need no introduction, but a link to Itchy Feet will be in the description of this video, for those of you not familiar with Ryan's varts. Thank you to everyone who watched our recent cost of living video. We're thinking of following up with a live stream either this weekend or next, so let us know if you're interested in that and where you are located. We'll try to set a time that works for as many of you as possible. At For Real, we donate all of the money we earn from YouTube to charities in Cambodia. Here is the total we've donated so far. Simply watching our videos helps us to earn this money, so your time here on our channel directly helps people in Cambodia. Please subscribe if you haven't already. There's a tiny little button in the bottom right of the screen where you can do it right now. Also, please give the like button a little tickle, as that really helps promote the channel. Today is Wednesday the 29th of March, and in this episode we will be looking at the new Air Links landing soon, checking out the new Riel pricing laws, marking the extra long school holiday announced for the Southeast Asian Games, and following a rat down a drain, plus some turtles in a half-shell turtle power. Okay, let's get started with today's news. The Ministry of Education, Youth and Sport has declared a snap 29-day public and private school break from the 20th of April to the 18th of May while Cambodia hosts the 32nd Southeast Asian Games. The ministry announced that, with a view to maintaining order and public safety, as well as to celebrate the Southeast Asian Games, all public and private schools will be taking an enforced long vacation. A teacher at a local high school said that schools generally follow the ministry's guidelines and they will permit all students to take a break. However, permitting schools to take so many days off may affect learning and even disrupt the curriculum. The teacher believes that the ministry has already considered this case, and maybe it will organise online classes to achieve the annual curriculum plan with fewer disruptions. If you're teaching here in Cambodia, how is your school planning to manage this impromptu break? There is good news on travelling to and from Cambodia. AirAsia Indonesia is planning to commence flights between Jakarta and Phnom Penh on the 22nd of April. With Cambodia set to host the Southeast Asian Games from the 5th to the 17th of May, the new flights connecting Phnom Penh and the Indonesian capital provide a timely boost for sports enthusiasts and athletes. With these flights, Cambodia will now have air connections with all of the Southeast Asian capitals, with the exception of Brunei. Qatar Airways has also announced that it will resume flights to and from Phnom Penh, and Phnom Penh is one of 11 destinations to be added. The Phnom Penh flights are expected to commence in late October, so watch out for those if you're heading our way from Europe or the Middle East. Qatar Airways operated its last flight to Phnom Penh back in the pandemic chaos that was April 2020. With a revival in the fortunes of Cambodia's tourism industry, the airline sector is also set to benefit following the launch of these new flights. According to a Ministry of Tourism report this month, tourism in the kingdom earned $1.41 billion last year. That's a whopping 669% increase compared to 2021. The international gate in Poi Phet has also seen an increase of 3.59% in foreign visitors in February compared to January, with over 110,000 foreign visitors entering Cambodia last month. These figures don't include the 193,000 Thais who entered in the month. After Thailand, the top 9 countries of origin of the visitors were Indonesia, Russia, the UK, Germany, America, France, China, Malaysia, and Japan. The next story could be a game changer and lessen the tourist prices that are charged, which is a huge negative for foreign tourists. Hopefully, it will bring about set prices on all items in the kingdom, or at least a starting point for bargaining. The Ministry of Tourism has set strict rules and will initiate legal actions against those businesses that fail to label their products or services with a price in Riel. The notification indicated that municipal and provincial departments of commerce in 25 cities and provinces of Cambodia have been notified to disseminate the rules to all businesses in their respective areas and would take legal actions against them if they fail to comply with the rules and guidelines to label their products in Riel. The notification states, any vendor, service provider or merchant who would not implement the guidelines shall be responsible for legal actions based on applicable laws. The Deputy Governor of the National Bank of Cambodia lauded the measures and rules set by the ministry as they would bring a big move towards the usage of Khmer Riel. The NBC has developed a system that connects all institutions' mobile applications to one another to encourage people to use electronic payments between vendors and their suppliers. In rural areas, the demand for Riel is higher than cities, as vendors there need to pay Riel for the goods they buy from their suppliers, who also need to use Riel, the Deputy Governor stated. What's the going rate for a kidney, you might ask? A court in Ho Chi Minh City has handed prison terms to 8 people involved in a kidney trading ring that sent 37 Vietnamese to Cambodia as organ donors. Each of the 8 defendants received 10 to 16 years behind bars, with the charge of trading human body parts. They all worked as brokers for the kidney trading ring, the largest ever that Vietnamese police have busted. This is where the story becomes strangely complicated, though. The ringleader, who was 46 years of age, actually died of kidney failure during the investigation. All 8 defendants told the jury that they were aware of the crime they committed, but they justified what they did on the grounds that they were all in difficult financial situations and had to sell their kidneys to earn money. Cambodia and China have held their first ever joint naval exercises in Cambodian waters. This was part of annual drills between the countries. The joint drills officially kicked off with an opening ceremony at a training centre in the central province of Kampong Chhnang. This marks the 5th drill since 2016, but the first in Cambodia. General Hun Manet, Deputy Commander-in-Chief of the Royal Cambodian Armed Forces, led the Cambodian troops. A Chinese Defence Ministry announced that a Chinese amphibious dock ship and 2 Cambodian patrol boats participated in formation training and communication skills. The exercises came amid British media reports that a naval base in Cambodia undergoing expansion is for Chinese military use. Cambodia's increasing dependence on China continues to raise suspicions among Western countries. The Prime Minister of Malaysia will be among over 500 foreign guests, both inside and outside the country, to attend a Ramadan iftar dinner with Cambodian Muslims. The 7th National Ramadan Iftar Dinner 2023 is expected to attract more than 6,000 people. Ramadan is the holy month of the Muslim community, which is determined by the sighting of the new moon. During this holy month, Muslims abstain from food and drink between sunrise and sunset. The spiritual aim of this fasting is to purify their soul and refocus attention to their faith through self-sacrifice. Iftar is the name given to the evening meal Muslims have to break their fast each day during Ramadan. In 2022, Cambodian National Police confiscated over 14 tonnes of illicit drugs. This update was shared by the Deputy Prime Minister and President of the National Authority for Combating Drugs in a meeting to review the results of drug control in Phnom Penh. In 2022, authorities cracked down on 6,390 cases of illicit drug crimes, arresting over 15,000 suspects. Despite this achievement, illegal drug use and trafficking in the region and the world remains high, a trend that could potentially affect Cambodia. The Deputy Prime Minister said that the Royal Government of Cambodia is committed and working hard to prevent and crack down on all offences and drug-related crimes. Now a story that is every Cambodian's dream. The Prey Veng Provincial Police Chief has announced the award of a new Honda Dream to any administrative police station that strives to prevent or suppress drug offences at the local level. The Provincial Police Chief Major General said he has instructed the 116 Prey Veng police stations to maximise their efforts for the prevention and suppression of the use or trafficking of drugs, with the award of a Honda Dream motorcycle. If any administrative police chief reports that their commune is free of drug use and trafficking, a team of experts will be immediately dispatched to inspect and evaluate with the commune council to ensure the commune really is drug-free before approving the reward. Moving on to the story of one man who must have thought he was in a bad dream. An intoxicated Phnom Penh driver had a memorable ending to his night's revels after he drove his car into a sewer. Local residents said they saw the white Fortuner car being driven in an erratic manner at high speeds. Moments later, the driver lost control and drove the car into an open sewer. The dazed man then fled from the vehicle. After the incident, authorities located the man and made him hire a crane to remove his car from the drain. Lastly, a good news story. 20 of Cambodia's nearly extinct royal turtles were released into their natural habitat in the Srayambel River in southwest Kokong province. The royal turtle is one of the world's 25 most endangered tortoises and freshwater turtles. It's on the red list as critically endangered. It was actually thought to be extinct until the year 2000, when a small population was rediscovered in the Srayambel River. Now that we've finished with the fun and games, once again, that brings us to the end of this week's news. You're now up to date with all of the most important events in the kingdom. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, have a great week, and we'll see you very soon.